Hello, you guys. Happy Tuesday. All right, so nut-free mama or nut-free walk. Yes. Okay. I am so glad that you said that you referenced the Mervyn's commercial. Let me just tell you.
Never heard of it.
I have referenced that. I've asked Kelli on multiple occasions if she remembers Mervyn's. She doesn't remember it. Honestly, I think the best way to describe Mervyn's is basically Kohl's replaced all the Mervyn's, in my opinion. That's my perspective. That's my POV over here. But they had these commercials, Kelli. I'll have to find you one on YouTube, where the lady was standing at the glass door waiting for it to open, and she was going, open, 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 open. Do you guys remember that? Are we the only two that remember this? And I can't believe y'all didn't have a Mervyn's. So what did you have instead of Kohl's when you were younger?
Gafers?
What's it called?
Gafers?
Gafers. Interesting. Huh.
I guess. Gafers was like JCPenney's, Parisians, Dillard's, Macy's.
Never heard of Parisians.
Oh.
Wanamaker's?
Montgomery Ward, Sears.
No, Mervyn's was just different than all of that. Like, it was the place to go to get name brand stuff for the absolute cheapest price without it being like a TJ Maxx digging kind of situation. You know, like they always had
Burlington.
a good.
I have no idea, Crystal.
I feel like Burlington's more of a digging place. Anyway, all right. I'm just so happy when I find people that remember Mervyn's. So we're so glad that you're here. We hope that you're having an awesome Tuesday, as I said before. So let's talk about SEO, since nobody wants to talk about Mervyn's. It's okay.
I was thinking it was before my time, but actually the original company didn't even go into bankruptcy until 2009. So, I don't know.
Okay. Well, there you go. So today we're going to talk about 5 quick SEO fixes that every blogger can do in just 10 minutes. This is really important when you're pressed for time, when you're needing things that you can do fast and see some actual results from it. So whether you're an SEO newbie, like I just want to tell you, SEO is like an onion. There are so many layers to peel. You're not going to learn everything that you need to know in one SEO sitting. Or if you've already optimized your content, you feel like you're seasoned, you feel like you know what you know and you're doing well, these are still practical, fast action tips that are going to help you boost your rankings without overwhelming your schedule, because you can't just set it and forget it forever with your content. You've got to be updating this stuff. So some of this will apply to that. All right. What are they going to learn?
What are you going to learn? You're going to learn how to quickly improve key SEO elements like meta descriptions and image alt tags. You're going to learn easy ways to pinpoint and adjust keyword density in your content. And you're going to learn some simple steps to fix common SEO issues that could be holding your blog back.
Okay, so what are you going to walk away with? You're going to walk away with a toolkit of 5 SEO fixes that you can actually apply right now across your blog. You're going to walk away with confidence in making small, impactful tweaks to improve your site's visibility, because right now I feel like confidence with SEO has gone out the window. People are questioning everything that they've ever known and that they've ever done and that anyone says about SEO. So we're going to give you some confidence, and you're going to walk away with momentum to keep your blog's SEO game strong. Even if you're short on time, like we said, these are 10-minute tasks. All right. What's their offer?
So this training is for you if you have struggled with drops in rankings, you are just ignored, maybe it'll go away for all those SEO errors that are piling up in your search console. Or if you thought, or if you think that you just don't have time to really optimize, these quick fixes are here to show you just how doable better rankings can be in just minutes a day. So grab your coffee or your tea or your watermelon juice.
Oh, okay.
And let's make some SEO magic happen. Okay.
All right. Good job, Jen. I love that you're working on meta titles and descriptions. That's going to pay off. All right. So number 1, remember there's 5 things. Number 1, polish up your meta descriptions. Okay. Why does this even matter? Your meta description is often the first thing that users see in the search results. Now, Google can pull something random. Google can instead pull.
They do what they want.
Whatever. I mean, those with the gold make the golden rules, right? But we want them to pull that meta description. So a clear, engaging description that encourages clickers to click and send positive signals to Google, but also something we've been saying a lot, and Kelli's been saying this a lot, and I keep reiterating it, and I've been adding it to all of my AI prompts, and that is make it about the user. Make it about the reader. Okay, make it about them. Your meta, make it about them. This isn't about you and how great you are at making this cake. This is about them and how this cake is going to change everything for them, make life simpler. This is easy even if you've never baked. Okay. All right.
So quick fix. Here's what you do. Log into your search console. Go look at your popular posts. So high impressions, low clicks. That's what you're looking for. Okay. And revamp those meta descriptions. Make sure you're including action-packed, emotional, concise copy that's around 155 characters. So for example, if your blog post is easy DIY crafts, you want to update the description to say discover, right? Now you're learning, I mean, I don't know what else you're discovering and learning. Discover 10, 10, don't waste space. Don't use TEN, just 10. Discover 10 simple DIY craft ideas using items you already have at home. Perfect for kids and adults. Look how many trigger words are in there. Discover, simple, DIY, craft, ideas, items you already have at home. Perfect for kids and adults. We have put it all in there to let people know that's what this is, right?
Right. So our pro tip is to always include your target keyword naturally. So your keyword from your keyword plan, because hopefully you're running a keyword plan based on your data and search console. But you want to make sure that you're using that in your meta. But what Kelli just said, all of that description that she just described, ruminate back over that. Those are all things that are about the end user, not about you and how great you are at making crafts, right? Already have at home, that's about them. Perfect for kids and adults, that's about them. Ideas using items you already have on hand, I think I already said that. That's about them. Simple. That's about them. Okay?
DIY, remember, you can do it.
All right. So step number 2 or SEO fix number 2 is optimize your image alt tags. Oh my goodness. I think we all struggle with this. So I've got so many pictures that don't even have alt tags. I've got to sit down. I've got to hire somebody.
So that was the whole Q1 thing, you know?
Yeah.
I bought that alt SEO or whatever it was. Yeah, but it was fast. It was easy, but I didn't just go in and do my whole media library. I went in, I've gone in post by post by post, fixing the meta for all of Q1. And I was going to tell you that my search traffic for images is up significantly when I compare 3 months over 3 months.
Really? Okay. So did you have a team? Did you have a contractor do that, or did you do it? Or
I just did it just a few minutes a day, every day. I just worked on it.
So you went post by post, which means did you have to go, because once the content is published, did you have to go into each post to?
I did went into each post. Yeah. You don't have to, because you can just do it straight in your media library. But I have like 40,000 images in my media library, and I know that all of those are not on my site because wonderful Mediavine, if you have Trellis or Create or any of their things, they create 40,000 images for every image that you put on your site because they make it in every size possible, which is really stupid, but whatever. So I didn't need to optimize all of those images. I only need to optimize the images that you could see, right? That people were actually seeing.
Could you do me a favor and refrain from your Mediavine harshness until I'm with Raptive? Could you please just hold on a minute, okay? I have not signed my contract yet, all right? Could you just all right, you got me off track. I was thinking of telling them something. Okay, I thought that if you didn't fix it post by post, if you just did it in your media library, it did not update it on the post.
It does.
Okay.
No, it does.
All right. But
I only had to optimize about 7,000 images instead of 30,000 images.
Smart. All right. So why are alt tags important? For those of you who are like, why in the world do I need to dedicate time to this? Alt tags describe your images to search engines, helping them rank in image searches, like Kelli was just saying. So now she's already seen this result where her content, where her images are ranking, moving up in the ranks. So they make your blog post more inclusive for visually impaired visitors as well, which is very important. Okay. So let's talk about the fix.
Yes. So a quick fix, guys, real quick, when I compare 3 months over 3 months and I go to image, my clicks are up 2,500 more clicks on my images in the past 3 months compared to the previous 3 months. And the previous 3 months included Christmas. Think about this.
Okay.
So for it to be up, that is significant. And my impressions are up 1.5 million Just the only thing I've done is added alt tags.
What's the name of the plugin that you used?
I'll have to go look.
I think somebody from VIP, not from VIP, somebody from Six Figure shared it.
Alttext.ai. Alttext.ai.
Okay.
Okay. So quick fix under 10 minutes. Number 1, pick one blog post, scan all the images in it, and ensure that every single one of them has an alt tag that accurately describes the image and somehow includes one of your keywords or LSI or something that makes sense. So, okay. So instead of, and in the future, you need to start naming your images what they are. Instead of image 1234.png, right? Your alt tag could read bright yellow sunflower on a sunny day.
Okay. Before I give the pro tip, Jen Sikora asked a loaded question that I want to address. And it says, should we be going through and deleting old images that are no longer attached to articles? Yeah. Okay. And here's the thing. You need to be very careful with images that are not attached to articles.
Because they still are.
Because they still are. Hopefully you didn't just go in and delete them when you were updating the blog post. You need to be hiding those images or putting them in a hidden area so that they're still associated with the post if they were pinned somewhere or shared somewhere or whatever. Okay. Be very, very, very careful with that. We should not be just deleting images from blog posts. There is a process for doing that, for hiding them. Okay. So, all right, here's your pro tip. Keep it natural with those alt tags. Don't keyword stuff the alt tags. They should read like a description that you're going to give to a friend. Okay.
Right. So you're talking to your friend, you're like, girl, oh my gosh, I saw this picture. It's so pretty. How would you describe that picture to your friend that can't see it?
Exactly. If you switched it to the HTML and you had to read it, are you going to describe it as ooey gooey chocolate cherry dessert perfect for a family? Or are you going to describe it as cherry recipes, easy recipes, best recipes? Like how are you going to talk to your friend about it? What sounds spammy and weird? Right? Keep that in mind. Okay. We're not keyword stuffing here. All right. Number 3, check and refine your keyword density. This is interesting. So why does keyword
just kind of talked about this with alt tags.
Why does keyword density count? Search engines favor content that include your target keyword naturally and effectively, but overusing them can lead to penalties. Striking the right balance helps both Google and the reader, and we've got to be able to have that balance. Okay. So
yes. So quick fixes under 10 minutes. Use Yoast. For a long time, I did not want people to use Yoast because everybody thought that it was a quick fix. We get to green and now we have all the search traffic, right? That's not true. So if you guys can understand that, Yoast really has a lot of features that can help you, like their insights. So open your blog post, go down to the SEO Yoast stuff down there. You want to go to Yoast Insights section, and that'll show you the most frequently used words and or phrases in your content. Compare that against your target keyword list, right? What do we want this post to rank for? And if those keywords or that main keyword doesn't appear enough, then you need to integrate it naturally into your headers, into your introduction, into your concluding paragraph, into your image names or alt tags without overloading your content. However, if it appears excessively, write this down. I'm going to give you an actual number because you guys always want numbers. 1 to 1.5% is your ideal range. Okay. So what does that mean? What's 1% of 1,000 words? That's how many times that you should really be using your keyword. 1 to 1.5% is your ideal range. And go in and change or just totally remove any instances where it's repetitive or unnecessary so that you have a more natural flow. You don't have to constantly say the easy chicken recipe, this easy chicken recipe, right? Just the recipe or the dinner or the dish or the this.
Right. Yeah. But also when you're writing, we are very big on using AI to help us write content. And we teach our staff how to do that, or our contractors how to do that. I will literally, in my prompts, it says only use the word, because I don't want a blog post that has the word cookie used 85 times, right? That's a problem. even just the word cookie. It doesn't matter that that's not an official keyword. You can't use the word cookie 85 times. You just can't do that. So my prompts will say, only use this term one time in these 5 paragraphs, right? So, or only use the word cookie this many times in these paragraphs. All right, here's an example, another example that might help you guys. If your target keyword is gluten-free baking and Yoast Insights shows it's barely mentioned, by adding it naturally in places like 10 tips for success in gluten-free baking or essential tools for gluten-free baking, and then you're linking to, you're maybe going to put an easy product display of different things from Amazon, right? That's going to help you. So similarly, reduce its use if it stands out as being overstuffed. Like I said, that Yoast plugin down at for me, it's underneath my post. I can click and see Insights, I think is where it's at. And it will tell me how many times each of these words have been used. And then I can say, this is not balanced. Cookie was used 85 times where recipe was used 5 times. 85 is a big difference from 5, right? So we've got to go in and fix that. Replace the word cookie with it, this, treat, dessert, different things like that. Okay.
Your pro tip, Yoast makes it so easy to fine tune your keyword usage, guys, while keeping that eye on overall readability. Always write for humans first. Always write for humans first. Yeah. Always write for humans first. While optimizing for search engines second. Clear, engaging content is always going to perform better over time. So we have a few questions before we move into number 4. Okay. Sharon says, can you elaborate on what's considered keyword stuffing? I think we did, right? 1 to 1.5%. More than that or significantly more than that is keyword stuffing. Amy, does that require a paid version of Yoast? That is a great question. I do not know the answer to that because I pay for it. It is a great expense for my business.
Wait. Which part is she asking about? The ins and all that? Yes, that's part of Pro. Yes. And I think it's $99 a year. Right. It's worth it.
It's totally worth it. Yep. And then Katie says, Yoast always tells me that I haven't used enough. I need help coming up with similar words to use that would be recognized as keywords instead of repeating the same one. Well, it's usually only going to tell you to use it like 3, 4, depending on how long your post is. If your post is like 6,000, 7,000 words, it might tell you 6 or 7 times, which means you're not using it enough.
Right. So I feel like there's some fuzziness here in this question. So you said you want to come up with different ways to use it. Are you saying you want to come up with different LSI terms?
No, she's saying that would still be recognized instead of repeating the same one. Well, you need to repeat the same one.
Got it.
If you haven't done it enough. If you haven't done it 1 to 1.5%, then you haven't done it enough. So you need to say it again.
Yep. Okay. Good questions, guys. All right. So number 4, fix broken links. This is important. This is something we talk about all the time, and it's so powerful. So why this small issue has a big impact? Because broken links disrupt user experience, which Google does not like. We know that from Helpful Content Update and all of that, right? And it hurts your SEO. Nobody likes clicking a link only to see a 404 error, right? So when Google does that, or when that happens, Google looks at you and they see the behavior of the user and they see that now they're bouncing back or they didn't get to where they were going. Google notices that and they're like, okay, is this site not updated? Why are they linking to things that are not real anymore? Is this a spam site? Is the site, like I said, no longer being updated? What's going on here? That's not a good user experience. It needs to be addressed. So let's talk about some fixes.
Yeah, quick fix under 10 minutes. Step 1, run a free broken link checker tool. Or if you use Clarity, I love Clarity, and Clarity allows you to create a whatever it's called. Now my mind just went blank. It is called a project. It allows you to create a project based on different filters. And one of those filters is broken links. So then you just kind of check mark them off as you fix them. But run a free broken link checker tool. That brokenlinkcheck.com, I think, is one. And then go in and replace or redirect any broken links that you find. Redirect should point to relevant live pages. I wouldn't redirect. I would just edit, right? I wouldn't create a redirect. I would change it, totally change it. For example, if a link to Best Vegan Recipes 2022 is broken, redirect it, change it to a similar updated post like Top Vegan Recipes.
All right. So here is a pro tip. Kelly already alluded to it, but that's
All right.
cool. It says it's good. Use a tool like Clarity as an easy way to identify and fix broken issues or fix link issues. Clarity you can do so many things with it. It's amazing. Look into it.
It's really, it's another way to filter your data and filter your content and really see what something is, but also keep up with what you're doing, right? So when you go in and you say, okay, I have 419 broken images on my site. I can then see these are the posts that have the broken images. This is the URL of the broken image. This is the alt text of the broken image. I can go in and edit that post, fix the things, and then check mark that I have done it. So now I have, maybe I fixed a post that had 3 broken images, right? Now I have 416 posts to go. So it also keeps you going with, or keeps track of how many you've completed and how far you still have to go. So I really like Clarity. Okay, number 5, Crystal.
Okay. Number 5, improve your load speed with simple adjustments. Why does load speed matter, or why does speed matter? If your blog takes more than 3 seconds to load for the user and for the search engines, it might leave. They are going to leave before they even get to read your content. And the bots are seeing that. Google is seeing that they are waiting for this stuff to load and then they're leaving. That's not a good user experience, right?
3 seconds sounds like nothing, right? Like, really? People aren't patient. They can't wait more than 3 seconds. Okay. So I just want you to sit here and stare at us for 3 seconds. Ready? Annoyed yet? Right?
Right.
You're waiting for something to load
on your phone while you're trying to cook dinner, and you're like, I just need to know how long I need to cook this rice in the Instant Pot because I have forgotten. Yeah, that's a great example. It's annoying.
Yeah. So quick fix in under 10 minutes. Step 1, compress those oversized images using free tools like TinyPNG or Image Optim. I actually just have a plugin on my site that automatically does it. And then step 2, check your blog speed on Google's Page Insights or anything of that nature, and really optimize any flagged areas like unused JavaScript, bulky plugins, those kind of things. So for example, updating just one large image on a blog post can save a chunk of loading time, improving your user experience and your SEO rankings in an instant. And I'm going to tell you this too, because I know a lot of people that don't make significant money from their sites won't invest in good hosting. Good hosting can make or break you. Okay.
100%.
Because it's going to slow your site down. Bad hosts throttle you. So you'll never get past a certain size, a certain number of page views, because they're constantly throttling it. So highly recommend that you invest in a good host. We recommend Tech Surgeons and Agathon Hosting.
We are not affiliates for either of them. We are with Tech Surgeons. Okay. And he's fantastic. We would have gone with Agathon if we had met them before we met Jay, or before we were introduced to Jay at Tech Surgeons. Both are excellent, and we're very happy that we're with Jay. But both are excellent. And I will tell you, I almost lost my business due to a bad host and had to do a welfare check to find out, because my site was offline for an entire 3 days and broke pins. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was like playing a terrible game of Chutes and Ladders, and I had made all this progress forward and it put me all the way back. It undid a lot of work to be offline for that long. And so yes, be careful with that. So here's your pro tip. If you're using WordPress, consider a caching plugin like WP Rocket to streamline load time faster. Or I use what is it? I think it's WP3 cache or something like that.
It's something that our host actually recommended.
Yeah. And Chris K is good with it. He's like, yeah, keep that. It's good. All right. So here are your final thoughts. That's it. Your road to 5 quick SEO fixes that every blogger can do in just 10 minutes. 10 minutes is done. You have it. These mini tweaks may seem small, but they pack a powerful punch when it comes to improving rankings and creating a better experience for your readers. And that is very important right now. Okay. What's their action plan, Kelly?
Pick one task, choose one of those, and then go choose 3 posts to do that task on. Apply the fix to those posts, and then celebrate the fact that your SEO is already stronger than it was 10 minutes ago.
That's right. Remember, success with SEO is all about building small, consistent habits. Remember a while back we talked
Use our
about habits.
worksheet.
Okay. Start today, keep moving forward, and you're going to see results in no time. You've got this. So text the word if you want today's worksheet. That is, what is
5
it?
quick SEO fixes checklist. So it's all of those things in a nice checklist.
Yep. Text the word toolkit, all one word, to 251-644-6701. If you text that number and you don't get the worksheet, that means that you D&D'd us somehow, which is okay. We forgive you, but don't do it again. So if that happens, text the word start, just the word start. Don't text us a long message, just the word start. Wait a minute, and then text the word toolkit. It'll put you back in. And every time you D&D us or do stop, you have to go through that whole process again. So
We don't text a lot.
Yeah, we're sending you valuable stuff for free. We're paying to have someone make this printable, to use a service to send you an SMS so that it's convenient for you. And we're meeting you where you're at in your busy life and busy schedule. And we're sharing free information with you that you're not getting anywhere else, which is why you're here. So don't D&D us, okay? Stop. All right. You want to remind them again? And the word?
Yes, sure. Toolkit 251-644-6701. A Slightly Better Wife says, my website is down constantly and my images no longer load. I have a long time blog and this is so frustrating. This only happened after I switched to a big name host. I would love to know who the big name host is, because some of these big name hosts are not good hosts.
Right. If it seems
hosts.
Right. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. So if they're charging you $20 a month for hosting, that's too good to be true.
Yeah, girl, I would never use GoDaddy as hosts. They are great to buy URLs. They are not great for hosting. They are a box host, which means all the people, like thousands of people, share the same server. So you're competing for space with all these other people. Same with Bluehost, same with there's several out there. I won't throw everybody under the bus, but yes, I highly recommend moving to Tech Surgeons or Agathon Hosting.
I could not agree more. There is one thing that I use GoDaddy for, and it's what Kelly said. I buy my URLs from them. They do a solid job with that. Nope. That is it. Nothing else. Okay. Good to know. Yeah. So
Tech Surgeons. Don't be put off by his very low budget website. It does what it needs to do. He is not a website designer.
Yeah. Amen to that. That is so true. And he's dry. Like he's a dry personality. But he is fantastic. He knows what he is doing.
100%.
Yep. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us again. Toolkit 251-644-6701. We'll see you next week, or we'll see you on Thursday on the YouTube channel. Okay. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Bye. Oh, hold on, please. One thing I want to say, if you love these 10-minute tasks like this, go to the description and join 5-Figure. Totally worth it. Go look in our Learn to Blog free group, and you can see some of the ladies that are in there just kind of really talking about different things that they have learned in there and how much they love it and how it's totally worth it. So go join 5-Figure, get some of these tasks all the time, and learn in bite-sized pieces over the next 6 months. All right.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Bye.